Welcome back to another product overview video brought to you by Team Teramind. In the next few minutes, we will give you a quick tour of Teramind's UAM offering and show you some of its key features. Teramind UAM is a best-in-class employee monitoring solution. It includes user and entity behavior analytics to provide actionable insight while its automated rules defend you from insider threats. Teramind UAM can also measure employee productivity, conduct risk analysis, prevent unauthorized data extraction, and control how employees and third parties access your company's resources and data. And in the case of a data breach or security event, Teramind provides comprehensive forensics data and audit trails. With Teramind UAM, you can establish organization-wide visibility and control with activity monitoring, detect insider threats and vulnerabilities with behavioral analytics, protect your sensitive data and resources with intelligent policy and rules engine, boost your team's productivity and enhance performance, conduct risk analysis to identify potential threat vectors, investigate security incidents and collect evidence, and manage third-party access to your resources and data. With all these features and more, Teramind UAM truly delivers immediate business benefits and results you can see. Let's take a deeper look and see how these features work. First, we will show you Teramind's activity monitoring and behavioral analytics capabilities. Teramind UAM lets you monitor virtually all user behavior and activity for over 12 system objects, including web browsing and application activities, incoming and outgoing emails for both web and desktop clients, all forms of file activities in local, network, and cloud drives, instant messaging, local and network print jobs, and much more. With Teramind's anomaly rules, you can create behavioral baselines taking into account a user's activity, role and access level, and other attributes like time of day, schedule, and assigned project. There are many built-in templates you can use to create anomaly rules easily for applications, emails, and file operations. You can even create policies for user activity like idle time or productivity rate. For example, here you can see we created an email anomaly rule with risk scoring based on a threshold count. We can then attach a dynamic baseline for the user, department, or the entire organization. With Teramind, you can set thresholds for rule violations and take appropriate automated action based on each level of risk. In this example, when a user visits certain restricted sites less than 5 times a day, it's considered a low-risk behavior and no automated action is taken. However, if they exceed the threshold of 10 counts, then the system will consider it as a high-risk behavior. Teramind will then automatically initiate the block action and also notify an admin. You can view all flagged anomalies or deviations from the normal baseline on the real-time alerts report. Admins can also get an instant email notification of rule violation incidents. With Teramind, you are in full control of what data is captured and reported by the agent, allowing you to conform to your organization's requirements and alleviate any privacy concerns. You decide who, what, and when the agent should track and record. To start, you can create individual user profiles and then decide what monitoring features should be enabled or disabled for that user. Alternatively, you can create group or departmental profiles and then attribute monitoring features to them. If you have Active Directory, Teramind can import your existing groups, organizational units, and computers using the LDAP integration. You are free to use the default profile to control the monitoring features system-wide. You can configure monitoring settings on the application level as well. This way you can, for example, decide to monitor only within business applications such as QuickBooks or SAP, and not the Facebook Messenger. You can also tell Teramind to suspend key logging and all monitoring when a user engages in private activity like reading personal emails or logging into their personal online banking portal. With activity level control, you can decide when to record user desktop sessions based on context. For example, you can record only when a rule is violated long enough to capture any evidence relating to that flagged event. With Teramind, you can create segregated access policies to administer information exposure on a need-to-know basis. For example, managers can only view or edit the information of the employees under their direct supervision and not have the ability to view data relating to other employees or departments. Teramind's core strength is in its automation, made possible by its intelligent policy and rules engine. Let's take a look at what it can do for you. With Teramind, you can protect PII, PHI, and other sensitive data from unauthorized use and exfiltration attempts. Select from hundreds of pre-built policies and rules to protect your organization's integrity from common mistakes and perilous activities like unauthorized access, malicious behavior, or unproductive activities. And finally, have Teramind serve as an alert sentry to automate action during any rule violation. Take action against a malicious employee, probe a sabotage attempt, support legal investigation, meet compliance reporting requirements, or simply conduct employee training with Teramind's comprehensive auditing and forensic features. Teramind's session recording feature captures all user activity and screen content. You can view user sessions in real time or track back to a previous date and time to view any portion of that session. The benefits derived from Teramind include forensic evidence of any harmful or malicious behavior, the ability to take control of a user desktop in a potential breach scenario, immutable logs, alert reports, and audit trails providing a full understanding of the chain of events leading to an incident and provide forensic evidence to support your findings. And finally, immediate hindsight on events, educating those involved on best practices to avoid future occurrences. Teramind UAM comes with a dedicated risk dashboard whereby you can conduct organization-wide risk assessment, allowing you to understand the current state of risk as well as mitigate that risk over time. With the risk dashboard, you can easily analyze risk and vulnerability trends. Risk can be reported by users, departments, or filtered by your own custom tags. Reports can be derived by severity of risk or by the frequency of violations. Unique risk scores help you identify high-risk users, commonly violated policies, and risky objects like websites or applications, providing you with the tools necessary to mitigate those risks over time. How do you protect your critical systems from compromised privileged users and third parties? Privileged insiders like system administrators, senior executives, suppliers, or third-party vendors have access to otherwise restricted critical information systems containing sensitive data. As such, a malicious user can wreak havoc on your organization by accessing, leaking, or potentially destroying confidential data, intellectual property, or trade secrets. Teramind can assist in preventing threats caused by compromised privileged users in the following ways: the implementation of power user policies to check for backdoor account creation, attempts to gain additional privileges, or editing configuration files, to name a few. Receive real-time alerts and optionally take automated action when a privileged user attempts to tamper with sensitive systems, resources, or content. Immutable session logs retaining a permanent record for all privileged user actions. For external privileged users like remote employees and third-party vendors, Teramind allows you to create virtual servers with a Teramind agent installed. External users can then log into the server, keeping out of your internal network and repositories. At the same time, you can record vendor activity separately, restrict access, or take control of the server in case of an incident, keeping the rest of your business immune to disruption. Teramind UAM allows for time and payroll tracking, schedule management, task management, and various other productivity optimization tools. Teramind can assist in providing a framework within which your organization can classify websites and applications you deem to be productive or unproductive to get in-depth reporting on their usage, track tasks, hours, and costs relating to users and departments, detailed reports on departmental or group productivity KPIs like session, active, productive, unproductive, and idle time. And finally, shape user behavior by setting up policies to message users, ultimately discouraging unproductive activities and excessive idling.